Fasted cardio isn't what you think it is. Look, I get it. You wake up at 5 a.m., skip breakfast, lace up your running shoes, and hit the pavement because everyone says fasted cardio is the secret to burning fat faster. Meanwhile, your buddy eats oatmeal before his run and somehow he's getting shredded too. So what's the truth? Today, we're diving into the actual science behind fasted cardio, the insulin sensitivity, the glycogen stores, the fat oxidation rates, and more importantly, why your body might respond completely differently than the guy running next to you. And before we start, quick question. Have you ever tried fasted cardio? Drop a yes or no in the comments right now. I'm curious to see where you're at. Let's get into it. Imagine two different people doing their morning cardio routine. One person wakes up, drinks black coffee, and goes straight into a 45-minute run. No food, nothing in the tank. He's been doing this for 3 months, and he's seen some solid fat loss, especially around his midsection. Now imagine another person doing the exact same workout. Same distance, same pace, but he eats a banana and some Greek yogurt 30 minutes before his run. And guess what? He's also losing fat, maybe even building a bit more muscle definition. Here's where it gets interesting. They're both right. But here's what nobody tells you. Their bodies are operating on completely different fuel systems, and that's why their results look different. When someone runs fasted, their insulin levels are low. Their body has been fasting overnight, around 8 to 12 hours, so their glycogen stores, that stored carbohydrate energy in the muscles and liver, are partially depleted. This forces the body to tap into fat stores earlier during the workout. Studies show that fasted cardio can increase fat oxidation rates by up to 20% compared to fed cardio during the session itself. But, and this is crucial, that doesn't automatically mean more total fat loss over time, because when someone eats before their run, they have higher glycogen availability. Their body burns more carbs during the workout, but research shows that over a 24-hour period, total fat oxidation evens out when calorie intake is matched. So if both people are in a calorie deficit and training consistently, they'll both lose fat, just through slightly different metabolic pathways. Now here's the part most fitness influencers skip. Your biology is not the same as the next guy's. Let's talk about 3 factors that determine whether fasted cardio works better for you or not. First, insulin sensitivity. If you're highly insulin sensitive, meaning your body processes carbs efficiently, you might not see a huge benefit from fasting before cardio. Your body's already good at using fat for fuel even when fed. But if you're insulin resistant or have been eating a high-carb diet for years, fasted cardio can help retrain your body to access fat stores more efficiently. Think of it like this. Running on an empty tank forces your engine to learn how to run on reserve fuel. Over time, that makes you metabolically flexible. Second, training intensity. Here's the catch. Fasted cardio works best at low to moderate intensity. Think zone 2 heart rate, conversational pace. Why? Because high-intensity work requires glycogen. If you try to do sprints or HIIT fasted, you're running on fumes. Performance drops. You might even start breaking down muscle for fuel. So if someone is doing steady-state runs, fasted cardio works great for them. But if someone else is doing tempo runs and hill sprints, they need that pre-workout fuel to perform well and preserve muscle. Third, your lifestyle and cortisol. If you're stressed, sleep-deprived, or overtrained, fasted cardio can backfire. When you train fasted, cortisol, a stress hormone, rises. In small doses, that's fine. It even helps mobilize fat. But if your cortisol is already elevated from work stress, lack of sleep, or too much training, adding fasted cardio can push you into a catabolic state where you start losing muscle and holding on to belly fat. It's like trying to drive on half a tank when your check engine light is already on. Eventually, something's gonna break. So if you've ever wondered why your buddy burns fat faster doing the exact same workout routine, pay attention to this part. It's not just the cardio. It's his insulin sensitivity, his training intensity, his stress levels, and his recovery. Let me give you the research breakdown in plain English. A 2014 study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. Another study from 2017 found that while fasted cardio does increase fat oxidation during exercise, it doesn't lead to greater fat loss over 24 hours when total calorie expenditure is matched. But here's what's interesting. For men who are already lean, say under 12% body fat, fasted cardio can help tap into stubborn fat stores, especially when combined with a strategic diet. The takeaway? Fasted cardio is a tool, not a magic bullet. It works in specific contexts for specific people at specific times. If you're a beginner with 20+ pounds to lose, whether you eat before cardio or not probably won't make or break your progress. Consistency and calorie deficit will. But if you're dialing in the last 5-10 pounds and you're metabolically healthy, experimenting with fasted cardio might give you that extra edge. You know what? Let me get real with you for a second. I used to be obsessed with fasted cardio. I'm talking 6 a.m. every day, nothing but black coffee, thinking I was unlocking some secret fat-burning hack. And for the first month, it worked. I felt lean, energized, even a little superior, like I'd figured something out that other people hadn't. But then life got hectic. Work stress went up, sleep quality went down, and suddenly, those fasted morning runs felt like torture. I was tired, irritable, and my progress stalled. I remember standing on the scale one morning, frustrated, thinking, why isn't this working anymore? That's when I realized the method wasn't the problem. My context had changed. Once I started eating a small meal before my runs during that stressful season, everything shifted. Energy came back. Performance improved. Fat loss resumed. The lesson? Your body doesn't care about fitness dogma. It cares about what works right now in your current reality. So don't marry a method. Marry the principle of listening to your body and adapting, which brings me to what you should actually do. All right, let's make this super practical. I'm going to give you a quick quiz to figure out which approach fits you best. Answer these 3 questions honestly. Question 1. What time do you usually train? A. Early morning before 8 a.m. B. Mid-morning to afternoon, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or C. Evening after 4 p.m. Question 2. How's your sleep and stress? A. Pretty good, 7+ hours manageable stress. Or B. Could be better, 6 hours or less, high stress. Question 3. What's your main training style? A. Low-intensity steady cardio, like walks or easy jogs. Or B. High-intensity intervals, sprints, or weight training. Drop your answers in the comments, A, B, C, and I'll tell you which approach fits you best. Seriously, do it right now. I'll reply to as many as I can. Here's the formula. Try fasted cardio if you answered mostly A's. If you're doing low-intensity steady-state work. If you're metabolically healthy and sleep well. If you're already lean and trying to get leaner. If you enjoy training on an empty stomach. Eat before cardio if you answered mostly B's or C's. If you're doing high-intensity intervals or sprints. If you're trying to build or maintain muscle. If you're stressed, sleep-deprived, or overtrained. If you feel dizzy, weak, or nauseous training fasted. And look, if you've been doing fasted cardio for months and you're not seeing results, it's probably not the fasting. It's your total calorie intake, your sleep, your recovery, or your training intensity. Don't overthink the details while ignoring the fundamentals. Here's the truth that goes beyond science. No 2 men grow the same way. You can do everything right, the fasted cardio, the perfect macros, the optimal training split. But at the end of the day, growth happens in God's timing, not yours. Imagine those 2 people we talked about earlier. They're both making progress, just differently. One seed grows tall quickly. Another grows deep roots first, but both are growing. Your body, your metabolism, your journey, it's uniquely yours. And that uniqueness isn't a bug in the system, it's a feature. I've learned that the guys who get the best results aren't the ones who follow every trend or copy every influencer. They're the ones who stay curious about their own bodies, experiment intelligently, and stay patient with the process. Maybe fasted cardio is your thing. Maybe it's not. But what matters is that you're moving, you're learning, and you're showing up for yourself, consistently, humbly, faithfully. God gave you one body, one temple, and He's given you the wisdom to steward it well. Don't waste time comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Trust your process, and trust the one who designed it all. If this video helped you cut through the noise and understand fasted cardio better, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It tells YouTube to share this with more people who need it. And subscribe if you want more no BS fitness content rooted in science, real talk, and faith. We're building something special here, a community of men who train hard, think clearly, and grow in every area of life. Now here's your homework. Drop a comment and tell me, are you team fasted or team fed? And be honest, have you been blindly following a method without knowing if it actually fits your lifestyle? Let's talk about it. I read every single comment. I'll see you in the next one. Keep moving, keep growing, and remember, your pace is exactly where you need to be.